All right, so it's funny that I'm doing this now because initially I've attempted to make multiple poker-related, content. Whether it's before a free roll tournament I was in, I qualified for, or just before/after a few of these cash games that I'm heading to, and that just didn't go well. And it's crazy that happened during the stretch of my bad beat. So I was going through a bad beat of just like, I have zero regrets in how I played any of those nights, any of the hands specifically, just anything. I have there was nothing that I would change. It's just the definition of a bad beat, cooler after cooler after cooler. Whether it's a disguised hand of like, wow, you actually had just the better hand, or, I just didn't believe them, you know what I mean? But I had a hand, you know what I mean? So anyway, my point is, I'm making this video now after already posting on my YouTube channel, and a few live videos of playing online, and kind of showcasing just my abilities, my strategy, my thought process, all that stuff. So I'm kind of doing a little preemptive talk right now on my way to a cash game. The reason I'm doing this is because the cash games I was playing before, there was no max, no min buy-ins, $1 big blinds only, no small blinds. But now I'm re-entering the realm with those guys, and now they've changed locations, they've changed venues. It's still a home game, but they've changed venues and they've upped it up to a $200 minimum buy-in, and then no minimum rebuys in terms of what you're gonna go for. So I'm going in today, my first time back since post bad beats. I played a few cash games at a different venue and I did well. So, and I'm also playing online, as you guys, any of you guys watching this, if you go check out my channel, you can see that, and I've done well. Whether I either, lost just a little bit of money or I won, double my money. So with that said, I'm going into this with a refreshed mind state. I'm still going to play my strategy, which essentially, even with a bigger stack, not necessarily a bigger stack compared to them, but just a big stack compared to the big blind of $1. But I'm going to go into this with my strategy, for the first half hour, read the table, see how people are playing. 99% of the times, if you go to a low stakes cash game, there's very minimal bluffs, and they're so far and in between that if you get bluffed out, who cares? You know what I mean? Whatever. Like, sure, you could win a decent sized pot, but because it's a bluff, you're not going to win a big pot. No one's bluffing all in. They're bluffing with just a decent bet. So anyway, my point is, I'm going to go with my strategy for about the first half hour, maybe even an hour, depending on how I'm feeling or how many people are there. I'm not there yet, so I don't know exactly. And also just kind of gauging the stacks and see, just get a little bit of conversation on just how people are running. And anyway, so I'm gonna play for at least at minimum the first half hour, kind of super tight. Any ace suited, I'll play, especially for $1 big blind. I'll call probably up to $6 per if I'm ace suited. But for the most part, ace 10 or above. And if I have a pocket pair, regardless of the number, I'll probably call about $6. If it's higher than that, like tens or higher pocket pair, I'll probably call up to 25. Unless I have aces, obviously, then I'll call anything. Just based on how these guys play, being calling stations, they're gonna call anything, especially with dollars. You have to raise $12 plus to get it, down, to, either 2 players, 3, 4 at the minimum, or, at the most in this scenario. And, you have to have a really good hand with a low stack of, $300, because that's what I'm buying in with. I don't know if I mentioned that. I'm buying in with 300 of the 200. So I don't really want to do 12 plus for a while, you know what I mean? At least my first day doing this style. I want to get a read on how they're going to play. So anyway, so I'm going in, ace 10 or pocket pair higher, that with raises, calling up to $12 for anything that's strong in that range, unless it's queens, kings, or kings, then I'll probably call, you know, whoa. Hold on. Woo! That was weird. I'm gonna edit that out, but wow, black ice on this road. That was crazy. Very good driver. We're good. Black ice, be careful. Whew. I'm gonna edit that out, but that was interesting, you know, going about that. So I might not edit that out because, you know, that's raw. But anyway, so I'm going into this. That was a good sign of luck. You know, I'm gonna take that as luck. But that is crazy. Look at now. I'm looking at these roads. I mean, granted, it's 28 degrees outside, but like, there's been no snow. Like, this is nuts. So anyway, not rattled. I'm actually good, which is the interesting part of that. Like, that's, you know, if you don't know who I am personally, I'm a FedEx driver, so I drive professionally, so I know kind of the ins and outs of how to handle situations similar to that, you know, tail spinning and drifting and all that stuff. So, woo, all right. So I'm gonna cut this short since this road's kind of crappy. I'm gonna try my best to take pictures because these are a bunch of older guys that I'm playing with, so I definitely know that I can comfortable with me recording throughout the entire session. But I'll try and take some pictures if there's some all-ins, some decent hands, etc., etc. I'll take a picture of my opening stack of my $300 and then just kind of sporadically throughout. So with that said, let's cut to conversations about how the night went. Alrighty, so that is that. I'm in my car right now, and I am done playing after 3 hours, and I bought in for $200. I kind of misunderstood what he was talking about. Essentially, it's a min/max buy, so essentially just a flat buy-in of $200, and then no limit rebuys. So just to kind of make the initial pot higher, I guess that was kind of the point. So whatever, that doesn't bother me as long as I know that everyone's at a level of 200. So I'm in for 200, and long story short, I didn't have to dip into the second 100 that I had, and I'm walking out with $610. So essentially a $600 profit because there was a $10 rake. So I'm walking out, I mean a $400 profit, I'm sorry. So I'm walking out with, I walked in with 300 and I'm walking out with 700. So $400 profit for 3 hours worth of playing. It was a 9-table game for the first 2 hours and 30 minutes. Then it went down to 7. And then last couple hands was a 5. So for the most part, it was a full table for almost the full 3 hours, and it paid off. So I had a lot of fun. The roads are a little janked up right now, so I don't want to continue talking while driving. I want to pay attention to the road. But let's go ahead and flip over to hopefully some hands that I remember. If not, it's good enough video for me just to kind of get my point across.